about keeping things simple, getting pucks in traffic. And obviously that didn't happen, but how much of it is a mental thing?
Yeah, I think a lot of it, a little bit of will, things like that. I mean, they only had 5 or 6. Like it was an ugly game. Like I feel bad for the fans. It wasn't a fun game to watch. I mean, they weren't doing much either. They got their 2 goals from screens on a tip, right? That's what we're looking for. They did it twice and they scored.
It feels like you've said this a few times,
Yeah.
that over 10, 12 games, however many games have been, are they just not understanding the message? What more can you do as a coach?
Well, you got to keep pounding it, right? And we got to find people who want to continue to do it. So we'll find them, but it's my job to get these guys to do it, right? You had a good record going in 2 games ago, and we just the will wasn't there the last 2 games. We just didn't have the will. Microcosm at the end there, we have a guy in the slot, and 2 guys go to the side of the net. The goalie makes the save, but nobody's in front of the net. And we're going to have to, haven't had practice the last couple of days, 3 days. I think we're going to have to do a lot of net front drills, almost constantly. We're going to have to get it kind of like ingrained in these guys. It's hard to win in this league, if you want to play in April and March or in May and stuff like that, you got to play hard hockey, and I think we're finding easy ice. A lot of guys, even some of our best players, they want to play the easy ice, not the hard ice. That's the bottom line.
You guys had some line shakeups tonight. Do you think that adjustment period kind of affected the shots in the offense?
What do you mean for when?
Just like the different lines you guys
In the
had to
third,
try
well,
some
we started.
combinations.
We actually the third. By changing the lines, I thought we had a better third. But and you got to do something different. You can't just do the same thing.
Travis Konechny thought that the defenseman did a better job maybe of getting pucks, plain simple. He sort of implied that it was more the forwards that weren't doing it. Is that what you saw as well?
Well, I thought we had 4 or 5 block shots. I think our D could do a better job of changing lanes and shooting. But he's right. We just got to do it. I mean, we got to stop telling the press that we got to get the net. We got to do it. Action, right?
With regards to the block shots, though,
That's right.
with regards to the block shots, obviously, got to get guys to the net, but what is the issue with so many shots getting blocked? Because that isn't necessarily traffic, that's just getting it through traffic.
Well, I think deception, right? You can, when you go down, you can fake it, and usually the guy will go down on the other team, and then you can go around it and just change an angle. I think when you lose your confidence, you just, you rush your shot, right? If we start getting some in, maybe it'll loosen some people up, but that's what I see. And then you got to really, put some heat on the, nobody wants to block hard shots. Look at, we have a guy out because he blocked a shot, right? So we have to have the same mentality. But changing the angle is big. That's deception. That's kind of seeing where the guy is, and then we need people to get in front. Whether it's they score the game winner on the double screen. We got to get those goals. I don't think we've had a goal this year with a tip yet. Was it game 12? That's alarming to me. We got to start getting people be able to tip some pucks for us.
What did you think of Kolosov's game overall?
Yeah, he was fine. But I think he was solid. I think they had 5 or 6 5-on-5 chances. Not like they had a lot of chances. They just scored on 2 by the net.
It seems like it was another game though where the other team's goals are through screens.
Yeah.
Is there a way to fix that? It seems like guys are maybe in the right position, but just a
Well,
little off.
we got to box out. I mean, you got to box out. You got to have the will to box a guy out. That's just you got to fight. As much as you got to fight in the net their way, you got to fight in our net too, like to box out.
I know it's early in the season.
Yeah.
But are you confident that guys will start buying?
Well, I hope so. Yeah. No, I do. I mean, listen. There's been some chunks of our game we've liked, but when there's some will, our will's being tested right now, and we need some guys to step up, like leadership. I'm an honest guy. Like I mean, I'm not ripping our players, but we need some guys to get some will. I think we have a couple of guys last 2-3 games are accepting that's just another hockey game. I mean, the fans pay a lot of money here to watch games, and I don't think we gave them a half decent product the last 2 games. I think they were kind of a boring game, and it falls on myself. I got to get these guys to start to show some will, so that the Flyer fans, if they see will, they'll cheer you on. If they don't, you're going to get booed.